Have you ever wished there was a simple, back-of-the-napkin trick to figure out how fast your money can grow? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a rule that does exactly that. It's a fantastic shortcut to understanding the real power of your money. Okay, let's get into it.
It all really boils down to one big question. A question that every single person with a savings or investment account has asked themselves at some point. Just think about it for a second. How long will it actually take for your hard-earned cash to double? You might think you need some complicated spreadsheet or a fancy financial calculator to figure that out, but what if I told you there's a way easier way?
Yeah, you don't need a finance degree for this one. All you need is a powerful little mental shortcut that can give you a surprisingly good estimate in like 5 seconds flat.
And here it is. It's called the Rule of 72. And the definition is just as simple as the rule itself. Now let's be clear, this isn't for getting a precise down-to-the-penny calculation. Think of it more like a powerful rule of thumb, a quick way to see how different interest rates can totally change your financial future. So how does this little piece of magic actually work? I promise you, if you can handle some basic division, and I mean basic, you are going to master the Rule of 72 in no time.
And boom, there it is, the entire formula. It's beautiful, isn't it? You just take the number 72 and you divide it by whatever your annual interest rate is. And the answer you get, that's roughly how many years it's going to take for your investment to double. That's it.
Okay, but hold on. Before you run off and start plugging in numbers, there is one super important detail you have to get right. This is crucial. You have to use the interest rate as a whole number. So if your return is, say, 8%, you divide 72 by 8, not by 0.08. This is honestly the most common mistake people make, but now you know better.
Our theory is one thing, right? But to really see the power of this rule, let's see it in action. Let's look at a practical, real-world scenario.
So let's meet Kwame and Kofi. Kwame is playing it pretty safe. He's got his money in a standard savings account, and he's getting a 4% return each year. Kofi, on the other hand, decided to invest in a diversified stock portfolio, which has been averaging a 12% annual return. So we have two totally different strategies, and as you can see, two very different rates of return. So now, let's apply our new rule. For Kwame, we take 72 and divide it by his 4% return, and that gives us 18 years. It'll take him 18 years to double his money. Now look at Kofi. We take 72 and divide it by his 12% return, and it's just 6 years. Wow, that's 3 times faster.
And this right here, this is where it gets really incredible. This shows you the true power of compounding. So after just 6 years, Kofi has already doubled his money once. By year 12, he's doubled it again. Now look at this. At the 18-year mark, when Kwame is finally doubling his money for the very first time, Kofi's money has already doubled 3 times over. The difference between them is just getting bigger and bigger. It's amazing.
So what does this little story really teach us? It shows us that when you're talking about building wealth, that rate of return, well, it's pretty much everything. It's the engine driving your financial growth, and it determines whether you're just treading water or actually getting ahead.
Which all leads to this one powerful takeaway. You see, the clock is always ticking, and so is something called inflation, which eats away at your savings. Just putting money aside often isn't enough. The real goal is to find ways for your money to work harder for you at a rate that actually beats that clock.
And that is the question I'm going to leave you with today. Go ahead, use this simple rule of 72. Take a quick look at your own savings, your own investments. Calculate your doubling time. What you find out might just be the spark you need for your next big financial move. Thanks for tuning in.